remember a couple of years ago, there was this brilliant stage play over here. It started in London, actually, at the Gielgud Theatre. I always call it the Globe because that's what it was for many years, particularly when I first came to London. By the way, did you know the Globe Theatre at the very top used to have an office with this impresario, Binky Beaumont? What a name, eh? Blast from the past. And he would look out to see how well his box offices were doing up and down Shaftesbury Avenue. You wouldn't get that now, would you? No, couldn't be bothered. If it's not online, nobody's interested, are they? But of course, the audience was a brilliant play starring Dame Helen Mirren. And it was all about the weekly audiences with our late and wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. You see, the idea really was that, the Prime Minister went in and obviously discussed, and they decided to pick a certain, array of Prime Ministers. After all, Her Majesty had so many Prime Ministers over a 70-year reign. Very successful that play was, as I say, in the West End and on Broadway too. Now, though, there's a brand new play, comedy, opened at the Duke of York's Theatre in the very heart of London. But now that's a lot of controversy. As ever, let me explain. Good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to have your company. Nice to see you anyway, whatever you're doing. Now, people say to me, Neil, where are you now? Now we're in Hyde Park because it's kind of busy here in London at the moment with all the, shall we just say, the negative things that are going on. But I thought you might like a bit of greenery and a few people milling around behind you, just relaxing. Chubbing the cud, as they say, yes. Now, back as ever to your royal story of the day. What's interesting about this particular comedy play, Backstairs Billy, it's all about a man that I did meet, actually, albeit very briefly. His name was Billy Talon, and basically he was a man that, it's hard to explain really. He was the number one confidant of our late and wonderful Queen Mother. He literally was with her for so many years in service. But not only that, she truly relied on him for so many things. She watched television with him, got all the latest court gossip, as it were, knew exactly what the staff were up to. And he really did have the ear of our late and wonderful Queen Mother. Very tragically, though, for him, the moment that she died, documents, private letters, everything were taken away from him and burnt. Now, apparently this was for the good of him and, of course, for the legacy of the Queen Mother. Now, fast forward 2023, in a brand new comedy play has been put on, as I say, at the Duke of York's Theatre by the Michael Grandage Company. Strange thing, because now what's evolved is this. Billy Talon's biographer, Tom Quinn, has hit out against particular play, saying that they couldn't have come up with this project without referencing his very much best-selling book. That came out a few years ago. As he pointed out, he was the only one that directly spoke to Billy in the final years of his life and got said particular stories. They're claiming, and as ever we have to say allegedly, that it's their reimagined version of what could have gone on. Now, you would have thought, would you not, that they may have included him as a consultant, even just got him on board, perhaps put his name on the poster, a little bit of credibility. Apparently not. What's interesting also about this particular play, I personally contacted the press team, the PR team, and they said they weren't doing any publicity whatsoever. Absolutely. So, they've got to try and fill a theatre now. Well, all of this negative PR hanging over them right through until January. Now, appearing in the play is Penelope Wilton of Downton Abbey fame, and they're hoping that her cachet, playing a much-loved role in a much-loved TV series, will be enough to bring people in. But will it? And given the fact that they've treated the author so abysmally, is it now the sort of thing you'd want to go and, see? Would you believe any context or content of it? Either way, this is now proving more controversial and, in fact, possibly, having seen the play, more exciting than the actual play. Backstairs Billy is reigning supreme again, just the way he would have loved it, but more importantly, for all the wrong reasons. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.